Good afternoon, everyone. I do hope you all are having a better afternoon than I am. I must say today, Kate, is turning out to be great. I was up since really early this morning because I had the weirdest dream. Oh, geez, I wish I can determine dreams. I also wish that I can remember them and really put them together. I will probably be another Stephen King or something like that, or Perry. What's his name? Yeah, his name. As if I she's can't even remember it. That's sad. Anyway, it'll come back to me. It's not that important. But yeah, I dream a lot. I have a lot of dreams, and boy, I have a lot of as many thoughts as I have dreams as well. But today, something that I wanted to talk about has really been on my mind, as if it's the only thing that's been on my mind. It actually hasn't. But what I would like to talk about is our youth. And it's nothing new. It's something that's been developing, and we've been witnessing it for many years now. And with every generation, it seems like they almost get worse. Um, what I admire about them, and I have always, is that I learned something from children, from the youth, and from elders. That's always been my mantra since I was younger. I learned my greatest lessons from children and my greatest lessons from elders. But unfortunately, it seemed like the youth today think that they are entitled to take up our positions, as if they have labored and sweat and bled blood to get somebody else to the next level instead of just themselves. They don't have a clue. They don't have a portion of the experience, the wisdom, that's a joke for them, that the elders do. And they still seem to think that they can come along and just take what they want, or just absolutely have no regards whatsoever for those who have the wisdom, those who know, those who understand that whether you're in a position or not, I'm still going to respect you. I don't give in to labels, because labels bring other things with them, like a large ego, swollen heads, and stuff like that. And people tend to forget their position. Excuse me, they tend to forget that they're human in their position. But that's really not what I'm talking about. I'm just actually talking about these children who have no clue of the fact that they need to earn their way into things. You know, that quote says, respect is not given, it's earned. I believe in respecting people. I don't care who they are, what walk of life they come from, where they're from, what they have been through. I don't have a lily white background at all, trust me. But the Lord still loves me, and He has used me, and He continues to use me. And for that, I'm extremely grateful. But one thing I'm not going to do, unless you disrespect me, and 9 times out of 10, I'm going to walk away. Unless you push my hand up against the wall, and I'm going to speak what I have to speak. But I'm not going to, I don't just take my position because I feel like I can, or because I'm born, because I'm 61 years old, so I'm just going to take mine. No. I stand back and I watch and I listen, and I don't invade anybody's space. I don't take anything that I want. I listen. And this thing with these children, not children, well, generation of vipers, this, yeah, thing with this disrespectful generation that has no clue about wisdom. It was written about in scripture a long time ago, you know. Paul told Timothy, he was a young pastor coming up. He had been around for a while. He was very wise, extremely wise, because he paid attention and he was silent. He didn't speak. He didn't walk in and take what he wanted. He laid in the cut. He stayed in the background and he paid attention to what was going on. He had his own walk with the Lord, you know, and that's why the Lord chose him and used him. And Paul in 2 Timothy, chapter 3, he wrote this. He said, "But understand this, that in the last days there will come times of difficulty. For people will be lovers of self, lovers of money, proud, arrogant, abusive, disobedient to their parents, ungrateful, unholy, heartless, unappeasable, slanderous, without self-control, brutal, not loving good, treacherous, reckless, swollen with conceit, lovers of pleasure rather than lovers of God, having the appearance of godliness." Now that's a whole other thing to preach on. That's a whole other concern. That's a lot right there. Just that in itself that's hours of preaching and books written and having the appearance of godliness, but denying its power. Avoid such people, for among them are those who creep into households and capture weak women, burdened with sins and led astray by various passions, always learning and never able to arrive at a knowledge of the truth. And that's interesting to say that. For among them are those who creep into households and capture weak women, burdened with sins and led astray by various passions. That holds a lot of weight and something else that I want to talk about too, but I'm not even going to get into that because that's another 20-30 minutes. But that holds a lot of weight even in our youth. If they haven't taken heed to the training that their parents had given them, or unfortunately they have missed out on that part, their hierarchy of needs weren't met, they can be taken over by seducing spirits very, very easily. Anyone can walk into their household or their life and present something that appears to be good, or it vibes with who they are. Not to say that it's good for them. And then that seducing spirit can overtake them. And that's just what it seems like is just happening around the world. Social media. We get most of our advice from social media instead of common sense, which we also know that common is not so common, you know, that old saying from way back. But they're getting their advice from people who just want to have opinions instead of having wisdom and a foundation of their opinion. Not just because I feel it, because I've grown and I can say what I want to say and I know, you know. No. What is your basis, your true foundation? Something that gives you solid meat to hold on to even when you get much older. Because I think that's a lot of them forget that they might get older. And a lot of them might be raising children of their own who are going to be 100 times worse than they are. If that child even respects them or go through the motions, they're going to be horrible to other people. Jeez. Raise up a child in the way that they should go, so that when they get older they shall never depart. But also I read a saying that says it's best to raise a child, to build up a child, than to repair an adult. And in their young adulthoods, they feel like they don't need to be repaired. In their young adulthoods, they feel like they know everything. And I know a lot of us elders, a lot of us older ones know that saying, oh, you grown? Then you know what you can do, right? You don't need me to take care of you. It's time for you to go. And although my parents didn't say that, and they did put out my older brothers had problems with them and everything, but their attitudes, especially my dad, the attitude was like, you can get out. I'm not taking no time to even try to teach you, help you, understand you, or anything else like that. Goodbye. And that's what happened with a lot of us. It was goodbye. Their way, the highway. We chose the highway and got ran over so many times. Jesus, might have as well been sleeping up underneath the bridge. Man, we got our schooling from the old school of Hard Knocks, the sidewalk. And some of these kids, they put themselves there, and they get that too. But they don't understand their training and our training. Although all of it is what we have really learned, the foundation is off the backs of someone else. They don't believe that. They tend to think, nope, that's not the truth. That's not for me. I did it. Whew. I wish they can go back in time. Go back in time and see how it was done, why it was done, what was done, and what had to be done, not because people wanted to do it. And then there were those who came to that point to say, oh, this has to be done. I want to do it, and I'm going to make a difference. And it's given, I'm not going to say it's given birth to this generation. Once we give birth, a new generation comes anyway. But it's just something that's always on my heart and my mind, because these youth are interesting to me. The youth today are very, very interesting to me. And if any of my children, although they are all grown, offends anyone, I have to apologize for if my training, what part I played to make them angry, and carry any type of bitterness inside of them. But the respect should never go away. It should never go away. We should always be careful and want to come to understand or know something different, instead of thinking that we are supposed to rightfully take our place where we haven't even earned a place, where we don't even understand what a place, a position, or authority is. So to all the youth out there who are going through it, I will keep them lifted in prayer. I found a prayer the other day praying for this generation, and they need it. And we have to continue to just stand strong for who we are, what we know, and back down when we should, stand our grounds when we have to, coax them and be loving to them. Don't accept or tolerate the nonsense. It just does not work well with me. I don't care who they think they are. Loving kindness, Jesus said, with loving kindness I'll draw you to me, and I will treat everybody with love and kindness until they push that button that makes me say, okay, now we about to turn this thing around, because that just ain't gonna happen. But anyhow, everyone, have a great day. Be blessed. Be conscious. We understand where hope we understand where we are at in life. Some words are, I need some teeth in my mouth. Anyhow, whatever. It's not funny, but it's funny to me. I can laugh. I can joke about a lot of things, and I can just tell the Lord, bless the Lord, every single day that I'm still here. Oh, Jesus, thank you. There's some wonderful things happening. And I'm just watching how he pulls people together. And that's why, regardless to what we face with the youth, we still have to train them or teach them how to respect. Because that disrespect isn't going to go too far. So be blessed, everyone. Be at peace. Be intentional. Be loved. Allow yourself to love, and have a great day. Signing off. Sayonara.